much, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's now safe to proceed. For those of you who weren't sure, there is a video on YouTube which will be there till the end of time, I've been assured, in which you can see in all gruesome detail where things went wrong in 2023. However, so far in 2024, everything's going really well. That was our first number, Sunday Sweetheart, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's traditional always to have a celebration, and we doff our chapeau to our the gentleman who got this festival going back in the day. That is, of course, Mike Durham, and the first number we dedicated to him. We're going to do something a little bit different in the next 20 minutes or so. We're going to celebrate 4 of the great musicians who have been with us over the years and sadly no longer are with us. And the second musician that we're going to pay tribute to is Keith Nichols. And Keith would very often feature this next number in his sets. And we're going to get Ulf on piano to play the verse, and then the band is going to come in as if it was really well rehearsed on the chorus. And we're going to play for you now, Happy Feet. shredded wheat for breakfast. We're now going to pay tribute to a gentleman who I first heard back in the mid-90s. I was at the Edinburgh Jazz Festival. I went to see the Swedish Jazz Kings. And what really took my fancy was the astonishing bass saxophone playing. And I went back to see them every opportunity I could during the festival. I saw all their sessions. And the gentleman was here for many years, and he was a wonderful chap. Very sad to lose him. He was, of course, Franz Sjöström. And so what we're going to do is a number which was featured in the later Adrian Rollini band of the late 1930s. This was a recording made in 1939 with, surprisingly enough, Buddy Rich on drums. But don't worry, there's no 20-minute drum solo in the middle of this next selection. It had to be you.
You're doing the verse? No verse. Straight in. Here we go. I haven't got time for the verse. 1, 2, a one.
So, to conclude the first part of our tribute set, we're going to finish now with a piece which is from the Benny Carter discography, late 1930s version of Exall, of Lady Be Good. And we are doing this for a dear friend and a great linchpin of the festival, who we lost earlier this year, Claus Jacobi, who was a wonderful musician and a great player, and one of the people that he really admired was Benny Carter. So in tribute to Claus, we're going to play for you now, and in fact Richard is going to take the full chorus on Benny Carter style alto. Lady Be Good.
Okay, 1, 2, 1.
All right. A very warm welcome to everybody here at the Jazz Party from ourselves, the organisers. This lovely lady here who's coming onto stage is Patti Durham, who's the festival lead. And my name is Jonathan Holmes, and helping out with that and whatnot, and you will have heard from one or both of us when you booked your tickets for this weekend. So whether this is your first time here or your 21st time, you're very, very welcome for what will be a really, really fun weekend. So we now come to the part of the programme which celebrates young talent, and this is our Young Talent Award. Now, we'll explain a bit about how this came about as well. The festival was set up, of course, by Mike Durham, who many people here in this room have very fond memories of, and Mike was a big champion of young musicians. There's a lot of people who are playing here today who came for the first time as younger musicians, people like Josh and Michael Quaid, and people on the stage who Mike brought over for the first time, pretty much, from America, Andy Shum as well, and whatnot. Yes, yeah. And they've all become Jazz Party regulars. And you know, Mike championed this and championed young musicians because obviously they are the lifeblood of this industry, and without them there is no future in this music. And it was because of that that the Young Talent Award was born. Now, the idea for this came about a few years ago by Claus Jacobi and Anke, who's here with us as well. And they suggested that we should give a prize to a young musician who is championing this music and who will take it on for subsequent generations. And we've had some winners in the past, and one of them's here with us as well. Curtis won a couple of years ago, and he's now here playing on stage. So, you know, let's get Chevy's things out. It does help, and we're very honoured to have him here with us this weekend as well. So we should say a bit about our winner for this year, I think, who's here with us today, and he sent us a little bio, and we all met him for the first time yesterday. He came in off an overnight flight from Rochester, and completely wired on about 5 hours of sleep or something, very little sleep, and so enthusiastic, and has been really enjoying rehearsals. And I think one of the things which everyone here has noticed is just how enthusiastic he is for this music, and for wonderful music that we all enjoy. And he sent us a little bio about everything that he's into, and it's not just music, it's old cars, photography, instruments. He plays banjo, proficient on woodwinds, brass, percussion. He leads his own band. You'll see videos of him on YouTube arranging for other college musicians and kind of furthering this wonderful music, and really kind of spearheading this. And he's only 21, which makes me feel old. I'm only 33, but we're really happy to have him here this year, and it's been great to bring him over and to meet him in person. And you'll be able to hear him playing this weekend. And he's also brought a very special instrument with him, which has a very special provenance, and we'll let him talk a bit about that as well. But for now, please give a very warm round of applause to our winner of the Young Talents Award this year, Gavin Rice.
Hello, everybody. To be honest with all of you, this is kind of a very surreal moment, because I have been truthfully watching videos of the Whitley Bay Festival since I was 15 years old. I remember one day after school in my junior year of high school, I went on my computer, and a YouTube video that was recommended to me, it was at the Whitley Bay Fest. It was Andy Schaum playing, it was something like 5'2", Eyes of Blue or something, and I was like, wow, this is what I want to do, you know? So it just totally blew me away, and I was like, oh, I want to do this. I want to go there and hear these musicians. But being in high school was tough, so you know. But I just can't thank Patti enough, and I can't thank Anke enough, and I can't thank Jonathan David Holmes enough for the nice things that you said. And I really want to emphasize how grateful I am for being here. And I am just so happy I get to play, listen, and get along with these world-class musicians. So, you know, I can't thank all of the audience members enough, too, for keeping this music alive. And I'll do my best to keep it alive as well. So, thank you so much.
I'm too short.
So, if I may, I just want to say a few words. So it was extremely important to Claus that his love for music be passed on to the next generation. So I know he would have been thrilled that two of his kids, Lore and Lina, are already here today, and that his two other kids, Anne and Christian, will arrive later today to celebrate what he always thought was the best classical jazz concert in the world. And of course, Claus knew of you, he knew about your passion and your skills, and I know that you would have been delighted that you are this year's winner. So congratulations also from me.
Thank you so much. That's really nice. Please.
Gavin's going to go and grab his very special instrument, which he will say a couple of words about. And we'll let him play the last number. Thank you very much.
All right, so I have obviously a ukulele. Just kidding, this is a banjo. And this is an extremely important banjo, because this is the banjo that Bob Gillette used in the Wolverines records recording session for Jeanette with Bix Beiderbecke, Dick Voynau, Min Lieberg, all those amazing musicians. I'll try and make this as brief as possible like I did at the Bix Festival, but the story of this banjo goes, Bob Gillette played it in the Wolverines. The banjo itself is from about the mid-19-teens. He kind of assembled it himself. It's a mix of like a Vega White Lady No. 7 neck and some pot made of parts that I think he found or gathered from other instruments. But it has his signature on the dowel stick, which is really cool. And he played this instrument up until about 1929, when he bought a Bacon and Day silver bell plectrum banjo, which resides at the Bix Museum in Davenport. And this banjo was given to Dick McPartland in 1929, and he used it with the Mound City Blue Blowers, which is really interesting. And then, unfortunately, the instrument sat in its case for about, I want to say, 60 years, until about the late 1990s, when it underwent a restoration. The restoration was poor. But I shouldn't say it was poor. It was okay. There was just some things like the tuners have been replaced. This has been replaced. There's no pick guard, unfortunately, on the banjo. But most of it is here, and I'm really happy to play a number in celebration of the 100-year anniversary of the Wolverines. So we are going to play the Jazz Me Blues, as they did on the first recording session, which this banjo was on. So, without further ado, I'll sit right there and we'll play. Yes. Sit right there. Do you want to start?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Gavin Rice.
Thank you very much. A little bit of furniture shifting and we'll be back with the next band.